why your mind lies to you, and how Marcus Aurelius fixed it. Your mind is lying to you right now, and it does it so smoothly you don't even notice the handoff. Someone gives you a flat look, and your mind instantly hands you a full story. They're annoyed with you. You did something wrong. This is going to be a problem. None of that was in the look. Your mind added all of it, in less than a second, and then presented it to you as fact. The most powerful man in the Roman world figured out exactly how this trick worked, and wrote himself a private instruction manual for catching his own mind in the act. It still works. Today, we're using it. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, commanded armies, and buried children, and through all of it, he kept a private notebook, never meant for anyone else to read, where he practiced catching his own mind lying to him. His core insight was this: what you experience is never the raw event. It's the event, plus a layer your mind instantly bolts on top of it, a judgment, a story, an assumption, and your mind hands you the combined package so fast that the two feel like one single, undeniable fact. Marcus's fix wasn't to stop thinking. It was to learn to catch the moment the raw event ends and the added story begins, and to inspect that story before believing it. Lie 1. Your mind lies by adding meaning that was never there. Here's Marcus's own method, almost word for word from his notebook. When something happens, strip it down to what it actually is, in the plainest possible terms, before any judgment gets attached. Not "they insulted me." Someone made a sound with their mouth. Not "I failed. An outcome occurred that didn't match what I wanted." This sounds almost silly written out that plainly. And that's the entire point. The moment you strip an event down to its bare, undramatic description, you can see exactly where your mind quietly slipped extra meaning in, meaning that was never part of the actual event, only your mind's commentary on it. Marcus called this looking at things stripped bare. Removing the packaging your mind adds automatically, so you can see what you're actually dealing with, instead of what your mind dressed the event up to be. Lie 2. Your mind lies by assuming its first read is correct. There's a specific trap Marcus wrote about constantly: the mind's habit of treating its very first impression as settled, final, not worth questioning. He reminded himself, again and again, that an impression is not the same thing as truth. It's a proposal. And a proposal can be examined and rejected. Think about how rarely you actually do this. Someone's tone shifts, and within a second your mind has already delivered a verdict, and you accept the verdict without ever cross-examining the witness. Marcus's practice was to pause at exactly that point and ask, is this impression actually true? Or is it just the first thing my mind reached for? Most of the time, it's the second one. Minds don't reach for the most accurate explanation first. They reach for the fastest one, usually shaped by whatever mood, insecurity, or old wound happens to be sitting closest to the surface that day. Marcus wasn't naturally calmer than you. He simply refused to let the fastest explanation win by default. Lie 3. Your mind lies by making the story feel urgent, when it never was. The final trick is the one that makes the first two so hard to catch. Your mind wraps its added story in a sense of urgency, so it feels like something you have to react to right now, before you've had a chance to check whether the story was even accurate. Marcus's counter to this was almost mechanical in its simplicity. Build in the pause on purpose. He reminded himself that he always had the power to withhold judgment, that no external event could force an immediate verdict out of him, unless he handed that power over willingly. This is the real fix, and it's less about becoming a calmer person and more about installing a single habit. Catch the moment urgency shows up, and treat urgency itself as a signal to slow down, not speed up. The angriest, most anxious reactions almost always come from skipping this pause entirely, reacting to the story before ever checking if the story was true. 3 ways your mind lies. It adds meaning to bare events that was never actually there. It treats its first impression as settled fact instead of a proposal worth questioning. And it wraps the whole story in false urgency, so you react before you check. Marcus Aurelius's fix for all three was the same simple move: pause between the event and your reaction, and ask what's actually happening, versus what my mind is telling me is happening. He wasn't running an empire by having a naturally quiet mind. He was running it by refusing to trust his mind's first draft. Next time your mind hands you a story with urgency attached, pause and ask, is this the event? Or is this my mind's commentary on the event? If this helped you catch your own mind in the act, subscribe. Daily Stoic Wisdom breaks down one idea like this every week.